Welcome to Book Time with Ryan. I am Ryan, and today I'm doing the 300 BookTube Videos Tag. I've done this twice before, kind of. Once for 100 videos, once for 200 videos, and now 300 videos. I typically have done this video after I hit that milestone, which is what I'm doing today. This is my 301st video. But I'm changing it up this year how I do it, because in the past, for the first 100 videos, that was the first time I did it. And then I had made this decision at 200 videos that I was going to review the first 200 videos. So that was hitting a lot of the same books from the 100 videos. For instance, my unboxing of Codex Serafinianus, the 40th Anniversary Deluxe Edition, is ahead of everything else by at least 2,000 views. And I don't see that changing anytime soon unless something just blows up on this channel. So I figured if I kept doing it that way, where I'm just reviewing everything I had done before, it's going to be a lot of the same stuff every time I do this, every 100 videos. So the Audible today, this is how I'm going to do it in the future. I am doing the 100 videos between the last milestone. So in this video, I'm only looking at from 201 to 300. Cool? I think that makes more sense, and that way each time I do this, it will be different videos covered. Cool. That makes sense to me. I hope it makes sense to you. I don't know why I didn't think that 100 videos ago, but I'm correcting it. We're not afraid to admit when we're wrong on this channel. Sometimes I'm wrong. All right, I'm going to look down at the prompts and the questions, and then I'm going to include those in the description area below. I'll also include links to my past 2 videos that were these 100 video theme tags. Yeah, I don't have anything to say. All right, number 1. How long did it take you to get to 200 videos? Almost 3.5 years to the day. I noticed that I posted a lot faster between 100 and 200 videos than I did between 200 and 300 videos. I slowed down a lot in the last 100 videos. And the way I figured that out is how close was the 100 video to the anniversary on this channel, which is April 29th. And this video, this 300th video, is coming pretty far after my 3-year anniversary for this channel, where I think for 202 years, 200 videos and 2 years, they were like 4 videos apart. Now it's something like 20 something or more, maybe. I had to slow down. I don't know. It's not that I'm not having, not if I'm having as much fun, but I feel like I'm getting more into like a groove with it. I read longer books recently. Took my time. Life too. Life is still going on. So number 2, look back at your first video. How does it make you feel? Uncomfortable. Still uncomfortable. I watched it this morning. It's only 3.5 minutes. And my timing's off. The lighting issue I've talked about in the past. I thought it'd be cool to kind of not have any display behind me, like have it dark behind me and then gradually get more and more light. That doesn't look good. It looks like I just don't know what I'm doing. It's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. That's not saying a whole lot. It's just not good. It's somehow worse than what I do now, but not as bad as I thought I could have done. Number 3, which video has been your most successful? I'm going to say most successful in terms of views. And my most successful had over 1,500 views. David Grand's The Wager, my review of that, The Wager. Followed by another David Grann book, Killers of the Flower Moon. I thought I was actually read Killers of the Flower Moon first and then The Wager, and somehow both of his books have more than 1,000 views in the last 100 videos. There are one or two other videos in the last 100 videos that are closing in on 1,000, but it's interesting that the two books were both David Grann books that are over that mark. So David Grann's doing something right, or I feel like I'm just capitalizing on David Grann's success. Maybe that's more accurate. Number 4, which video are you most proud of? Well, I said this in the past. The ones I have the most fun with are the ones with Noelia in them, and I've done more of those. That continues to be an ongoing theme. Some of them are more focused than others, but it's great to have her involved, and she is really paying attention to what I'm reading, and she's excited to be in the videos, and I love going back and watching her in them. She's a sweet kid. As far as like the work that went into them, though, I think the one I'm most proud of is probably the Bobbitt case, You Decide vlog. And check that out. It's about the Lorena Bobbitt and John Bobbitt case from the 90s. I put a lot of work, not just reading it, but I also went on location at ridiculous hours to kind of not reenact, because that would be gross and disgusting, but to kind of give you an idea of where things happened in Manassas with the Bobbitt case. That was extra work, more work than I was used to for a video, but I liked the way it turned out. And then probably my London vlog, which happened just after I hit the 200 video mark. I had so much fun in London a year ago, and I think you can kind of tell from the vlog, there's a lot of book-related stuff in that vlog. And I love doing that vlog, but it wasn't... Yeah, I guess I'm proud of it. It was not done in a way where it was as structured as the Bobbitt case vlog. Like that one, I had an idea of what I was trying to accomplish. With the London vlog, I filmed a lot of stuff I was doing while I was in London, and then when I got back to the United States, I put it all together. I like the way it turned out, but it wasn't like I had this plan in my head of like, here's what I'm gonna hit there, and then it's gonna be done. But I'm proud of both of those videos. Which video has been your biggest disappointment? My unboxing of The Administrative Process, which was a good book. It's a very informative book. But something happened in the music that I picked. And I don't even remember what I picked anymore. I got this notification that it was blocked. But it wasn't. And so I made the selection to just remove the music. There's something on YouTube where it's like, hey, this is an issue you're having. Here are the ways we can solve it. And one of the ways you can solve it is just removing that audio. And then I found out later that I probably didn't need to do it because the two places that it was being blocked was Russia and Belarus. And I don't give a shit about either of those countries. So I really wouldn't have lost anything with that. I'm sure that I'm not getting any traffic from them. But I didn't realize it at the time. So when you see that video and it doesn't get a whole lot of love, there's like and I picked a chunk of music for that intro. You have to sit there for like 20 seconds just staring at a pretty basic looking thumbnail. And it's not even clear that there's going to be something on the other end of that. That was kind of a disappointment. That's not a bad disappointment to have, though, over 100 videos, to just be unhappy that this music got cut out. So it's interesting because when I was looking at the 200 video mark, something similar had happened. I think that was my biggest disappointment too. And that was actually that music had to be removed. This time I made the mistake of removing it and then finding out later that I didn't really need to do that. But I found out like a day later maybe. So I didn't go back and just repost it. Number 6. Has your channel changed over the course of producing 300 videos? If yes, is there a video that stands out to you as being a turning point? Not really.
not in the last 100 videos, from 200 to 300 videos. Not a lot has changed. I think the thing is just I've slowed down on posting, and some of that's just slowing down on reading, but it's actually, I think, more because I've read some pretty long books in the last year, in the last 100 videos. Some of them are, I mean, a lot of them are over 100 pages. I can, some of them don't have pictures. Some of them are over 500 pages. Some of them are over 1,000. I hit the 1,000 mark. I hit the 900 whatever mark, and I did that a few times. And for me, that's basically like maybe cutting down the number of books that I could have read by 9, maybe. So it would have been at this point faster. Not sure if that math's right, but I read more, so I read more pages but less books, so less videos, because about half of my videos are reviews for books that I read. Number 7. See, and if I had done this like I had for the first 2 videos, it would have been the same answer, the same turning points. But now that I've changed the way I'm doing it, you get a little different taste. I think it's going to be better. Number 7, if you organize your videos in playlists, is there a playlist that you think is especially interesting? Well, I mean, I love my playlist that involves my co-host, Noelia. I have a lot of playlists that I like. I have some playlists that are by author. Some of them are based off of if it's fiction or nonfiction, if it's a review, comics, economics, finance, business. The newest one is nautical maritime. I was figuring out that I had a lot of the whaling stuff, which is a great playlist. I like that one, but I wasn't hitting some of the rescues and Coast Guard related stuff that I have some experience with, and so I started that playlist actually pretty recently, and I think one of the first videos for that playlist is one of those David Graham books, The Wager. And I think I have something to kind of offer in that area because I do have some experience in that, and I do have some understanding of the nautical maritime aspect of some of the cases or stories that I'll cover on that playlist. So I think that's one that I think is interesting now. But I do, the way I've organized my playlist, I think there's a lot of interesting books covered there. And it's organized enough that you can find what you want if you're looking in the playlist area. Number 8, which video did you put the most work into producing? I think the Bobbitt case vlog. I said also the London vlog too, but the thing is, the Bobbitt case vlog is one, I've already said this kind of, but I actually had a plan for that video. And because of that, more work went into it because I had to follow that plan to get where I wanted to go. With the London vlog, there was probably more footage, more being done, but it was haphazard, and then it just all came together. And I had kind of little bridges between certain sections where I would give an idea of, like, this day I had a lot of Herman Melville experiences, or I saw this author or whatever. But it wasn't something that I had planned ahead of time before going to London. With the Bobbitt case, there are things I know I wanted to do at certain times and do it in a way that I thought made sense for the video. And that took the most work, just because of the planning aspect. And on this channel, I don't often plan, so even the planning part of it was pretty new for me, pretty new experience. Number 9, are there certain videos your subscribers seem to like? In the last 100 videos, from 200 to 300, David Graham books. I mean, those are the 2 most successful viewer-wise. I don't know. I mean, that's the most views, those 2. And if they were David Graham books, they crossed the 1,000 mark. But I don't know if there's anything people really like. There are certain subjects that get more interaction, that doesn't necessarily correspond with more views, but there's more back and forth, which is what I like. So I prefer more interaction to views, which I don't know algorithm wise which is better. Probably views, but interaction's good. Number 10 is the final question. If you could give a new booktuber one piece of advice for hitting 300 videos, what would it be? Go at your own pace. From 200 to 300 videos, I definitely changed the pace that I was going. It's picked up a little bit recently, but the books I've been reading are a little bit shorter. Go at your own pace, read what you want to read, and you will find the community that you want to be a part of, or that appeals to your interests. Don't be afraid to change up how you're doing things. Don't be afraid to cover books that other people aren't covering, or go back in time and cover books that aren't typically discussed on BookTube, but just do your own thing. And I think people will appreciate and gravitate towards channels where they feel like the person is genuine and they're doing what they want to do, and it's not just kind of the cookie cutter approach to BookTube. I know some of my favorite booktubers do their own thing. Those channels are some of the channels that I enjoy the most because they all have their own flavor. So thanks for being here today for my 301st video. I hope the way I did this 300 video tag makes more sense than the way I did it at the 200 mark. And here's the next 100. Have a good one.